to see you, Brendan.
Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Hi, welcome.
Washington, Brendan Adams is known as the boy who can't stop growing. He's just 12 years old and already 7 feet 3 inches tall. Doctors spent years trying to solve this medical mystery, eventually discovering Brendan has a one-of-a-kind genetic problem causing his unusual growth. I spent time with Brendan to better understand what it's like for him to be so young and so tall.
There we are. How would you describe yourself?
That I'm 12.
Do you feel like you are like every 12-year-old?
Yeah. I'm just taller than everybody else. Because, like, sometimes they'll think I'm an adult.
Brendan has faced his challenges head-on.
If you look at the skeleton, this is a pretty good view of how our bones grow. Most of our bone growth happens in these long bones, the femur bone. Now, I took the liberty of grabbing a bone from the Columbia University Archives. It's a pretty old bone, but it exactly represents the femur. And if you look on these bones, you'll see areas here which are a little darker, and that's the growth plate. And that's actually where bone growth occurs. So here, Oprah, hold that. Brendan, make sure she doesn't drop it.
Yeah, thanks.
Brendan, this is what your femur bone looks like. So compare it here to a typical model. It's a lot larger. And what we begin to notice is these gnarled up areas on top and the bottom, and this is actually what you taught us a lot about.
Can I see that femur compared to this one? Wow. Yeah.
And so this area here, the growth plate up here, in these areas, that's where all the action was in Brendan. And he was teaching us a lot by what was going on in you about why some of us grow tall and short. And the way your doctors so effectively dealt with some of the growth that you were having.
So has he stopped growing now?
I haven't grown in about 6 months.
You haven't grown in about
February.
Since February. Because what happened? What did they do?
Well, if you figure it out, you know, how do most people stop growing? They go through puberty. So they induced your body into puberty by giving you testosterone. So they got that bone plate to mature. So instead of laying down collagen, which then becomes bone, they stopped the process. It's a very smart idea.